So do you struggle when things are constantly changing? And this is what happens sometimes when things are constantly changing. I have a phone call. I have two options. I can answer this call. I can send a text message on this call, or I can ignore it and send it to my voicemail. Well, what do we normally do when change calls us? You know why? Because this is important, because change is going to call you. And when it does, we need to answer the call because it's change. You know, I've been working with leaders for a long time, coaching and training. And they tell me, they said, Dr. Jones, you know, it's so much change. I don't really know what to do. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed. And you know what they end up doing? They end up staying stuck. So listen, today I want to give you 3 action steps that you can do in your personal life, in your job. It doesn't matter where you are. And when we do these things, we're going to answer the call because it's change, the one that's calling. So what can we do? Number 1, it's important for us to appreciate the change in the environment. What does that mean? Well, if it's your job, if it's your home, learn how to appreciate the change, because most of the time we can't control it anyway. I have learned that when I appreciate things more, I'm able to embrace it more. But when I don't appreciate it, I fight it, right? And so my encouragement is, when things are constantly changing and you can't control, don't fight it. Embrace it, appreciate it. So number 1, appreciate the change in the environment. Number 2, it's important for us to assess how that change is impacting our goals. Now, if you don't have any goals, then why are you fighting change? But if you have some goals, really assess, how is this change really impacting my goals? Because sometimes change really helps your goals. It could actually help you accomplish your goals faster. But when we are not aware, we fight it, and we don't recognize that we're actually fighting against something that can actually help us. And the last thing that I recommend that you do is to adapt accordingly, right? If change is asking you to be stronger, to be taller, to be thinner, to be wiser, to be stronger, if change is asking you to do that, then guess what? That's going to be a great benefit in the end. So as you and I go forward, and you know, my cell phone rang and I ignored the call. But guess what? It's going to show on my phone I had a missed call. Now I have some options. I can delete that call and act as if I didn't get it, or I can go back and say, who is that called me? Okay, I need to call them back. And you know what? This is what we need to do with change. Because when change calls, we need to answer. And what are the 3 action steps again? Number 1, appreciate the change in the environment. Number 2, assess how the change impacts the goal. And number 3, adapt accordingly. And I'm so thankful that I have come up with something called the momentum mindset. And that's the principle and the strategy that I've been using to help teams do exactly what I just talked about. Listen, I hope this has been beneficial for you, and feel free to share this video with your team, and hopefully they can answer the call of change. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.